Parshas Terumah Rishon. Vayidaber Hashem el Moshe, and Hashem spoke to Moshe, saying, Daber el Bnei Yisrael, speak to the Yidden, the Yichuli Terumah, and they shall take for me a Terumah, an offering, Me'ez kol ish, asher yidvenu libay, from every person whose heart inspires him to give generously. Tichu es Terumasi, you shall take my Terumah, my offering. Rashi says, V'yichuli Terumah, what does that mean? Li, for me, which means the Shmi, has to be dedicated to my name. Terumah offering, hafrasher, to mean separation. Afrishali mimakim mimainam nidava. It shall set apart for their property in offering to me. It's an expression of like goodwill. Tichu es Terumasi, you shall take my offering. Amar Rabbi Shloimy Shalish Terumas Amar Iskan. The Chacham say the word Terumah mentioned 3 times. Achas Terumas Bekal Agugedes Shenasu Mehem Adanim. One is the offering of Bekal Agugedes, half a shekel per head, for which they made the sockets. As it says over there. Achas Terumas Bekal Agugedes, the Kupas Dignes Behen Kavanat Sibir. And one of the Terumas is Beka per head for the community for which to purchase the Kavanat Sibir. Achas Terumas HaMishkan Nidvas Kalecha Bechad. And one of them is the donation. Each one's the donation. So we have, it says Terumah 3 times. One Terumah is for the Bekal Agugedes, for the Adonim. One is for the Mizbeach, a Beka for the Kavanat Sibir, and one is for the Terumas HaMishkan that everyone gave. Gimel Tvarim Amurim Be'in Kulam Hutzachul Lachas HaMishkan Oida B'Dikuna Ke She Tiktake Bohem. And the 13 materials mentioned in this section were all required for the work of the Mishkan or for the garments of the Kainim. You'll find them when you study them closely. Gimel. V'zeh Terumah, this is the Terumah. Ashetuchu Itam, that you shall take from them. What should you take is Zahav, V'chesed V'necheshes, gold, silver, and copper. Zahav, V'chesed V'necheshes, Rashi says, Kulam Bo B'nedava, they all are given voluntarily. Ish Mashnedava Libay, each person gave what his heart inspired him to give. Chutz Minat Keser Shabbat B'Shava, except for silver, which they gave equally. Machzis HaShekel L'chol Echad, a half a shekel for each individual. And we do not find throughout the entire work of the Mishkan that more silver was required. The silver of the community census was a beka per head. The rest of the silver, which was given there in the work of the Mishkan, voluntarily the workers made them into for the rest of the utensils. Blue, purple, crimson wool, linen, and goat hair. Rashi says, wool dyed with the blood of the chilazin, which bears a blue color. Wool dyed with a kind of dye named argaman. This is linen. A goat hair, this is a hair of goats. Therefore, he says, from which comes of the goat, but not for the goats themselves. Izim goats, this is Zaya. There is ram skins dyed red, tahash skin, and atishitim. They were dyed red after being tanned. Tashim means min chaya, it's a type of animal. It only existed for a short time. It had many different colors. So as the Targum says, Sasagaina, because it rejoiced and boast in its colors. And Atishitim, where do they get this in the desert? Tanchum explains, Shasidin Yisrael Livnes Mishkan Lemidbar. Yaakov Avinu had Ruach HaKodesh that the Eden were destined to build the Mishkan in the desert. The Avi Arosin Mitzrayim in the time, so he brought cedars in Egypt and planted them. Tziva Levanav Nilitlam Imoim Kishetz Mitzrayim. He commanded his sons to take them with them where they left Mitzrayim. Vav. Shemen Amar, oil for lighting. The Shemen HaMishka, some the Shemen HaMishka, spices for the anointing oil. The Teres HaSamim, and for the incense. So Rashi Shemen Amar, Shemen Zayis, Zachla, Alis Tamid. Pure olive oil to continually kindle the light. Samim, the Shemen HaMishka, Shenasa, the Mshech, the Mishkan, the Mishkan, the Kachi, which was made to anoint the vessels of the Mishkan and for the Mishkan itself to sanctify. Wutzukol, the Psamim, and spices were required. The Teres HaSamim, and for the incense, Shemaktirin, B'chol Erev Aveker, which they burned every evening and morning. Which Tetzava is explained in Vata Tetzava. Teres Halos, Kita Retimus Age, Oshan. The Teres means the raising of smoke and the columns of smoke. Avni Shem stones, Avni Milim, and filling stones. Ephod for the Cheshen, for the Ephod and for the Cheshen. Rashi, Avni Shem, Shtayim Hutzachum Shem, Tzerech Ephod, Omurim Vata Tetzava, two were needed. They're in the Mishkan for the Ephod. Milduim, filling Ashim She'esin Lahem. Some Rishon Kimin Gumo. They made for them like a seat out of gold, like a sort of hole. And the stone is placed there to fill the hole. Kruim Avrim Milim, they are called filling stones. The place of the seat is called Mishbetzis, a setting. The Ephod V'Lacheshen, the Ephod and the Cheshen, Avni Shem, the Ephod V'Avrim Milim Lacheshen. The Shem stones and the Ephod and the filling stones for the Cheshen. Cheshen V'Ephod M'Foreshim V'Ata Tetzava V'Heim Shtei Mini Tashitim. The Ephod and the Cheshen are explained in Vata Tetzava, and there are types of ornaments. Also, the Migdash, you shall make a sanctuary for me, which by the Besechah I will dwell in their midst. Also, the Migdash, Rashi says, well, also the Shmi Beis Kedusha, and they shall make them in my name a house of Kedusha. According to all that I show you, the pattern of the Mishkan and the pattern of the Kelim, so you shall do the Rashi Chalacher and the Mara Ischa, Kana. Establish a Mishkan, the pattern of the Mishkan, Mikra Zim Chub, the Mikra Shalamaila, Mid of also the Midrash Kachadash and Nimara Ischo. The pasuk is connected to the pasuk above, and they shall make a sanctuary according to all that I show you. Kedasul, the date is for future generations. Yevid Echman Akelim, Eich Tasul, the Klim, Veselamim, Shuchonis, Mneris, Geris, Mcheris, Jasfashlema, Tablas Elo, Tasul Esim. What he's saying is the phone of the Kelim is lost. Or when you make kelim in the Vesibid, such as the tables, the midaires, the wash basins, the bases of the which they were made, you shall make them according to the pattern of these that I described in these pasukim. Rashi says, if the pasuk was not connected to what was written before, he wouldn't have said, and you shall do, but you shall do, without the Vav, without band. We speak about the making of the oil lid and the kelim. Well, also orin atishitim, you shall make the orin also out of atishitim, Masai v'chitzi arko, 2.5 cubits its length, v'ama v'chitzi rachba, and 1.5 cubits in its width, v'ama v'chitzi kimasa, and 1.5 cubits in its height. So actually also orin, with orin isha asui isim b'lid aglaim, the chests that are made without feet. Assume can be argues, Shakarin Ishkin in Balas. Made like a sort of chest called Eskrin, like a chest or a box which rests on bottom. The Sipisa Isim Zav Tar, he shall overlay it with pure gold. The Baisim Michutz Tetzapeno, from inside and from outside he shall overlay. Vasisalav Zer Zav Saviv, and you shall make upon it a golden crown all around. So Rashin Baisim Michutz Tetzapeno. Shloisha Aronis also Betzalel. Sal made 3 Aronis, 3 arcs. Shtaim shel zav, echad shel eitz. 2 of gold and 1 of wood. Abrak solo shalaim l'chol echad, u'pchutim mil mailo. Each one had 4 walls and a bottom, and they were open on top. Nosan shel eitz b'seif shel zav, b'seif shel eitz, v'chipas fasel yinim b'zav. He covered the upper rim with gold, so it's found that the wooden one was overlaid So first of all, you place the wooden one inside the golden one, and the other golden one inside the wooden one. You cover the upper rim with gold. So it found that the wooden one was overlaid with inside and from the outside of the gold. Zerzav, you mean keser muchal some of the milam misvase, like a sort of crown surrounding from its rim. Shasa arin achitzin goyim aprimi, extended upwards opposite the thickness of the aron. So that when the aron cover lies in the thickness of the walls, so the when the aron was cover lies in the thickness of the wall, the crown extends slightly over the thickness of the aron. The crown is a symbol of the Keser Shel Torah. Yatzak delay, and you shall cast on it arba tabezov, 4 golden rings. When asat al arba pamesa, and you shall place upon the 4 corners. Rishtita beis al tzadei achas, 2 rings on one side. Rishtita beis al tzadei ashenis, and 2 rings on the other side. Yatzak lashon hataka. This is an expression of casting. Avesik kadagum is bisei, as the Targum says, its corners. Vazavis adinis samach lachaperis hayanisunis. They were attached on the upper corners. Closer to the aron. 2 from here, 2 from there, across the width of the aron. And the poles were placed in the rings. The length of the aron separated the poles 2.5 amos between one pole and the other pole, so that the 2 people carrying the aron would walk between the poles. 2 rings on one side. These are the 4 rings mentioned in the beginning of the pasuk. And the Torah explains to where they were to be placed. The vav is extra. State that ways 2 rings. Statement that the boys ilu outside, you see the inside. And you shall make poles of atzishitim, and with a piece of isim zav, you shall overlay them with gold. Rashi bade bades. A basis about them, but the boys, you shall bring the poles into the rings outside the aron, on the rings on the sides of the aron. Losis aron bahem, carry the ark with them. But the boys aron, the poles of the aron, you abadim shall be into rings. Lo yasurim imenu. It should not be removed from it. So Rashi is true la'ilim forever. In asata el ha'aron, and you shall place it in the aron. It's the testimony asher eitan leilecha. Shall give you the Rashi asata el ha'aron for aron to the aron. Edus, which means testimony ha'teira, the teira. The edus beini u'benechem sh'tzivis iska mitzvahs aksuvispa, which serves as testimony between me and you that I command you to fulfill the commandments written in it.